So today I'm in the process of mustering the merino ewes with the lambs. I'm going to wean the lambs off the ewes. There's 4 that I might just leave them on their mums. They're younger. And I've got Tony's dog Remy out helping, so she actually gets the sheep moving a bit better than what Stan does. They're a bit more wary of her. And I'll foot pair the ewes while I'm about, which I'm not looking forward to because they're sopping wet and the yards are going to be wet, but there is just no drying, so I just have to suck it up and deal with it. So there's Rem helping. I'll leave the little alpaca with the lambs. She's really good for keeping them quiet. We're nearly up to the top where the yards are. Even though I've got some light sheep just with the sore feet and what have you, all of them are travelling well, so that's always really pleasing, because at least, even though I've got some sheep that are way lighter than I want them to be, at least they are healthy. My other son's in the process of making some foot baths for me, so at least I'll have them properly set up in the race, and I can do a few more at a time and a bit better setup than what I've got at the moment. So I've got about 130 ewes that I'll be foot pairing, so that'll be about 6 hours straight for me, because I make sure I do every foot. So today I've got 35 merino ewes left to foot pair that I didn't get finished yesterday. I've got all the lambs taken off them and drenched, which they're not happy. So I'll move them into their designated paddocks shortly. I finished up, I didn't get back home until about 6:30 last night, so I put in a pretty big day, but I didn't start until late just with the weather being pretty shitty. It's about 10:30 now, so it's a bit later than I'd like it to be, but the sun's just starting to come out, so a little bit more motivation to get things done. So I'll get stuck into it. So with the foot pairing, this ewe I've actually done not all that long ago, but here the hoof will actually curl completely under, and then they get a build-up of dirt and that in here, in which they will start to get an infection or foot abscesses. I've had ewes with the sweating, scald in between the toes. So this ewe, even though she's been a bit cranky, her hooves are actually quite healthy, but I will foot pair them and trim all this back so she's not getting all this dirt wedged up under here. So I did about 95 ewes yesterday. I drenched the lambs, and I didn't start until about getting near 12ish. So by the time I do every foot on the ewe, because I won't just do just 1 or 2 feet, I'll just make sure I just do the whole lot, and just try and keep their hooves as healthy as I possibly can. There is a fair bit of work involved in doing it, and it gets a bit sore on the back after a while. Let's look at this one, old girl. So this hoof here, you can see where that's distinctly growing right round. So I'm going to trim all that right back. I like to try and make sure I sort of give the hoof a bit of natural shape again. Now she's got all her feet nice and trimmed back, so I can let her go, and I've just got another 34 of these girls to go, and then I'll have the rest of them, which I shall persist on to doing. And that's some of the wool on the girls. She's probably not one of my nicer fleeces, but it's still fairly nice. Well, I've finished the sheep, well, them ones anyway, and I can honestly say my back is very, very sore at the moment, so I'll have a few days off before I start tackling a few of the other mobs. I've just poked out a couple of my old potties, Podsy and Hobbles. Hobbles has got he'd had a crook back leg as a potty lamb, and I had him, he was coming good, and anyway, one of the race horses kicked him and smashed his back leg, so I didn't have the heart to put him down, so I've got two useless wethers, but anyway, they are quite handy for my for my weaned lambs. So I'm just going to poke them up to the weaned lambs. One problem being these two really, I'd prefer them not to be eating the food when I'm feeding the lambs, but it does keep the lambs quiet, and they've sort of got, yeah, they've got a couple of older sheep to keep them company. I have got the alpaca still with them too, but these two are very good with the weaned lambs. So Stan, you don't have to run them too much. So you'll notice Hobbles does have a bit of a funny back leg action. Podsy got a bad foot abscess there a few months ago, so he's just starting to put on weight again, because he is normally huge. I've actually just caught them and just trimmed their feet too before I put them out with the babies. Stan. So these two think they're doing pretty well when they start getting fed some silage and maize. Just fed the girls out some hay, and I had a couple butting at the bale that didn't finish rolling out, because now they're not going to keep doing it. Been a bit mischievous, weren't you? Time for my few late lambers, and the little lambs, as you can see, they're having a bit of fun playing up the dirt mound. I think they're gorgeous. So I actually haven't locked them in the shed the last couple of nights, but the ewes have all been putting themselves away in the shed, so I've put the feed troughs outside for now. Get out of the road, old girl. How can we see the lammies when you're stuck in the road? Get out of the road. Go on. So the one on the top of the mound, she's the foster mum. So she's been very good looking after her baby. I'll stop filming and then you'll start playing, won't you? They're quite happy to put themselves away in the shed, even though it's, yeah, I haven't brought them in, they just put themselves in here. And here's some of the others out here having a feed, and you're ready to go in the shed too, old girl.